Okay, guys, we're gonna use several videos lecturing FAIR scheduler configuration. So in this first video, we're gonna talk about some detailed policies or behaviors of FAIR scheduler. We already know the general behavior of FAIR scheduler, okay, before we use the figure, okay? The figure here shows the FAIR scheduler in the third. Default behavior is that resources are fairly shared among all the applications submitted to the scheduler. Now, when we talk about the fairly sharing resources, we mean we are assuming all the applications have the same priority, okay? But actually, sometimes they don't. So we will talk about how the FAIR scheduler to be fair among application versus among users. Okay, so that's the first video of the topic. In this example right here described between two users, A and B, okay? And we also use a figure 4 to 4 right here to talk about it. So you have user A and B. In a typical FAIR scheduler behavior, the scheduler are going to create QA and QB for user A and user B. Okay. So there's one more thing has been added here. Before the user role was considered, the FAIR scheduler only consider applications. Okay. So no matter who sent it, this application, I will simply see how many applications. If there are 4 applications, I will give each one of them simply 1/4, 25% of total resources. Now, when we consider users, then the problem is that maybe user A submitted 1 application and user B submitted 3 applications. Are we going to be fair, okay, between users or fair between applications? So that's the question. And this figure 4 to 4 here shows that if the FAIR scheduler tries to be fair among users, and this is the default behavior. Okay, so user A has QA in the bottom, user B has QB in the top, on top. Now, and from left to right is the timeline. At the beginning, at time 0, job 1 was submitted, and job 1 is in QA. User A submitted, and job 1 takes 100% because he's the only application there. And time B, job 2 submitted by user B, okay? So each of these queues, okay, take 50%. That's the behavior. What special is at time 3? Job 3 submitted, and this time job 3 was submitted by user B, okay? Now, this is how the scheduler is going to assign resources. Because job 3 was submitted by user B, then the job 3 was put in QB. And job 2 and 3, because they both are in QB, and these two is going to share resources fairly. That means job 2 and 3 each take 50% of resources. And job 1 is still take 50% of all resources. Okay, that's the results, what you see here. This is the behavior when a scheduler is trying to be fair between users. Okay, that means all the applications submitted by one user, in this case user B, will be share resources that is dedicated to B. Okay, kind of 2 levels. Level 1, that the scheduler are gonna fairly share resources between users, and within one single user, the applications will be fairly share resources. So to get kind of two levels. Okay, so this is the first video. It's kind of a little bit more detailed about the fair scheduler behavior when we consider users versus applications.